Lakeside Dental Clinic, Go Island, is brought to you by Lakeside Dental Clinic.
Great to be back here hosting Go Island after a little bit of a break. Huge shout out and thanks to Annette Lucas for filling in while I was gone. These are some of the folks from the newly formed Mid-Island Hot Rod Association. They're hosting their first big show and shine. We're taking a closer look today. Attempting to set a world record for street hockey, a big summer adventure in Alberta, and revisiting history in Clocked. A 1970 Plymouth GTX, a 1931 Ford Model A, and here we have a 1972 Dodge Challenger. Only three pretty awesome vehicles out of hundreds that will be on display here at the first ever Show and Shine and Family Day at Arbutus Meadows on August the 17th. It's the first big event organized by the Mid-Island Hot Rod Association that were formed just under a year ago. Moving now for some pretty awesome oldies into some pretty awesome youth in our community. There is a local group of teens who are trying to set a new Guinness Book of World Records for the longest street hockey game. Here's Derek Johnstone. I admit I don't know much about nice cars other than I like to ride in them and they're a ton of fun. What are we looking at here, Bill?
Oh, you're looking at a 1970 Plymouth GTX.
And it's extremely rare, you said, right?
This is very rare. According to the GTX 1970 registry in Iowa, this is the only one known to exist with the original black and burnt orange interior color combination.
And you found it that way?
Yes, I did.
What kind of shape was it in when you got it?
Well, my son and I were in Reno, Nevada at a car show, Hot August Nights car show, and we found this car at the silver auctions. It was 9 years ago. It looked much like it does now, although it was original. It was tired, the black paint was tired, the engine was very worn out, interior a little bit tired. So what we did is we basically tore the entire car apart, rebuilt every piece, and put it back together again. It was a lot of fun.
How many cars have you rebuilt?
I've done about 9 in the past 15 years.
We're moving over here, Bill. Come on over here, because this is one of the cars that's going to be in a show that you're involved with.
Yes.
Tell me about what you guys got going on.
That's right. Well, what we have coming up in just under 2 weeks on August the 17th here at this great facility, Arbutus Meadows, we have our first show. It's a car show and a family day for Mid-Island Hot Rod Association, which is a non-profit society that we registered late last year, last August or September. And myself and another fellow by the name of Victor Camiri, a local guy, and he's a friend of mine, we decided we'd do something completely different than the other car shows. And back in 1994, myself and 5 friends, we started the Seaside Cruisers Car Club, and you know that story. They've done very well, but we wanted to do something special. So the purpose of our MIRA, Mid-Island Hot Rod Association, is to raise money for low-income families. Help people in need, give individuals and families a little leg up, a little boost if they need it. And I can't think of a better way to raise money for that great purpose than to have a family day in a car show.
And that's, of course, money that stays in the Mid-Island Association area.
Every penny that we raise will stay in this community, yes.
Excellent. You can check out this 1972 Dodge Challenger or this 1931 Model A Ford or about 298 other cars that'll be in the area at Arbutus Meadows raising funds for families in need right here in the Mid-Island. We'll be back with more and a closer look at those after a short break. Still to come today, Ellis Bird Farm in central Alberta, this week's big summer adventure, and Todd and Derek are on the loose in Parksville. The first thing you probably notice about this 1972 Dodge Challenger is the color. We actually call it Shaw Blue, but you call it something else, right?
Yeah, it's Richard Petty Blue or Super Blue, and some people call it Electric Blue. It was used on 2 years by Dodge for the Challengers, 1972 and 1973.
One of the things I'm fascinated about is that in 1972, this was a car that you'd take to the store to get milk, and today you've worked hard, time, money, passion, to find the pieces to get it back to what it originally was.
Yeah.
How hard has it been to put this together?
Well, it took from 2009 till 2 years ago to get all of the parts put back together, and probably about 2 years to collect the parts and pieces.
Okay, now your club,
club
or one of
members.
your clubs, the Mid-Island Hot Rod Association, is hosting a big first show and shine and family day. Now I can hang out around looking at cars for about a half an hour, and then I'm like, okay, what next? You guys can talk hours and hours, I know that. But there's more than just cars at the car show?
Yeah, there's this show's going to actually, for the first year, is set up really good for a family event. We've got pony rides, we've got bouncy castles, we've got face painting,
Food.
and we've got food.
Food,
We've got
too.
food vendors.
Just don't eat in the car, all right?
And we've got a corralled off area for a beer garden as well.
Nice. Okay, now it happens August 17th. There's still time to pre-register, and that's
Yep.
always helpful, right?
Pre-register right on myra.ca.
Okay, and you can also do that the day of, but help these guys out and do it in advance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you do it in advance, then you get in on some free draws for product that's being given away to the registrants on the day of the show. If you don't register until the day of the show,
You miss out.
you miss out.
You snooze, you lose.
Yeah, and it's only $15 and it's quick. And you don't have to have a PayPal account. You just use your regular credit card.
Excellent. Thank you. And all those funds going towards helping those in need in the Mid-Island area. We're going to be back with a closer look at that 1931 Ford Model A. It's time now, though, to head over to Alberta. It's something called Big Summer. Has it been hot enough for you? Summer is absolutely in full swing, and a tradition for many of us at summertime is attending the Symphony by the Sea put on by the Vancouver Island Symphony Orchestra. It takes place this year on Saturday, August the 9th, 6 o'clock. Show up early though, get your spot. It's at Maffeo Sutton Park in Nanaimo. Bring a lawn chair and a picnic and a little bit of cash to give out to the volunteers who will be wandering the site, looking for donations to help make events like that possible. Backed by popular demand, Calvin Dick, Ken Levine, a flamenco guitarist Eric Harper, as well as Nanaimo pianist Sarah Wood. You can get more information online, VancouverislandSymphony.com. In keeping with our musical conversation right now, a couple of weeks back, we introduced you to illusionist Michael Behrens, and here he is now with what we're calling a random act of magic.
Well, not only do I love magic, I love music, and today we find ourselves in fascinating rhythm right here in Nanaimo. We're checking out all the different CDs, vintage records, and all the cool stuff they have here when it gives me an opportunity to take a little bit of magic and music, put it together. I listen to music in these all the time. These are earbud headphones, but they look a little different. Watch. I can take them, I can stretch them. They're a little rubbery. Just like that. A little rubbery. I can also do some other stuff. Looks like this. Watch this close. Back together again, just like so. That's it for another random act of magic. Back to you.
If you're paying attention, you'll see a little sticker on the left headlight of this 1931 Ford Model A. What did you do to earn that?
I drove the car down to Pomona, California, which the trip down and back was about 3,000 miles overall that we put on it.
Wow.
And it was the 50th LA Roadster show, and there was 950 roadsters there from all over the world.
And
it was fantastic.
The fact that you put it on your car tells me how proud you are.
I'm proud because they put it on there.
Oh, nice. Now, we're running out of time. The whole point of this is to pique your interest to come out to the first annual Show and Shine and Family Day here at Arbutus Meadows on August the 17th. If you want to know more about Jack's car, you were the first ever
Calendar car.
So you can watch that on our YouTube channel. Now, how many horsepower in this?
750.
Oh my God, I can't even imagine. Apparently Rayanne screamed when she put her foot on the gas.
She did have a little bit of a moment.
How do spectators respond when you put this car in car shows?
Very good. I'd just like to have a nickel for every photograph that's been taken of this car. It's just being very well received. The people are just fantastic.
And what are you most excited about with this vehicle?
That I own it.
I don't blame you. Where did you find it? How did you get it?
It belonged to a friend of mine who owned it for 51 years. I'm only the third owner of this car.
And you know who
I
that.
got the registration of the other two guys.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's all steel, no fiberglass, all steel.
Excellent. Okay, we're just beginning. We're just starting, but really, you got to come out August 17th to learn more. Thanks,
Okay,
Jack.
thank you.
And again, check out our YouTube channel for calendar cars, past episodes. You can see this car and this car, I think. There's a few on there, and they're in the middle of another season as well. We're going to throw things over now to Todd and Derek. They're wandering the streets of Parksville today. It's an edition of Clocked. There's actually a farmer's market now that takes place at the Heritage Museum. It's an awesome location every Friday from 5 until 8. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? That brings us to the end of this edition of Go Island. You can catch these cars and others right here at Arbutus Meadows for the Mid-Island Hot Rod Association first annual Show and Shine and Family Day, August 17th. Thanks for watching Go. We'll see you next time.
Lakeside Dental Clinic Go Island is brought to you by Lakeside Dental Clinic, a division of the Vancouver Island Implant Center, delivering dental services, including dental implants and sedation dentistry, all under one roof. Clothing supplied by Catwalk Fashions. Kate's Hair and Aesthetics provided by Maffeo Salon.